morning students. Today we learn new topic in human physiology, second year zoology, 1B, transport of gases. So here nana, in human respiratory system, intake of oxygen carrying from the environment to lungs. So inhalation is process called the intake of the oxygen, and the in our body formation of the wastages gases CO2 from the lungs to environment is called as expiration. So this is the two ways, inspiration and expiration. So here you can see nana, oxygen directly entering into lungs and the carbon dioxide entering from our lungs to environment. So this is the alveolar structure. I am already told nana. So in lungs, structurally functionally unit is called as alveoli. So this is the mainly function unit. So in this way, veins directly and blood capillary is directly surrounded by the alveoli. So in this way, excess amount of the oxygen directly entering into blood vessels and the carbon dioxide entering into alveoli. So in this way, carbon dioxide in expiration come outside through the expiration, and in inspiration oxygen directly entering into through alveoli, lungs and entering into blood capillaries. So here you see nana. So in this way, oxygen from lungs to directly oxygen carried to the tissues level. So in this way, in these tissues, the wastage and carbon dioxide formation after some metabolic activities. So these carbon dioxide from tissues level, carbon dioxide CO2 entering into lungs. So in this way, two gases can be transported in humans nana. One is oxygen transport and second one is the carbon dioxide transport. So here you can remember nana one point. For oxygen transport and carbon dioxide transport, both gases transported purpose, human body don't have any specific vessels to carrying of gases. So these oxygen and carbon dioxide including in the blood. So what is blood dividing nana? Two types of blood can be divided within the blood components. So one is the 55% of the plasma and the 45% of the blood cells. So in these blood cells, remember one point nana, most important for the MCET and NEET bids and as well as for this topic. Hemoglobin, where is hemoglobin present nana? Within the RBC. So these RBC are hemoglobin capacity of carrying of both oxygen as well as carbon dioxide. So in this way, where is the partial pressure high in lungs? What is the high amount of the partial pressure nana present? Oxygen partial pressure is very high in lungs. So in this way, high to low level, high to low level. So from the lungs to tissues level. And second one is the whereas the tissues level after some metabolic activities, carbon dioxide partial pressure is very high. So in this way, the carbon dioxide directly associated with RBC, and these RBC are hemoglobin carrying through the to lungs. Okay, and first one is the here you can see nana, transport of oxygen. So here intake of oxygen. So these oxygen directly transmitted from the lungs to tissues level. So through the plasma and RBC. So in this way, blood having two components nana, I am already told. 55% of the plasma is present and 45% of the red blazes, red blood vessels or some blood vessels, blood cells is present nana. So approximately 100 ml of oxygenated blood can deliver only 5 ml of oxygen to the tissues under normal conditions. So in this way, 100 ml of oxygenated blood carrying of only 5 ml of oxygen. So in this way, transport of oxygen mainly can be occurred in the two ways, Nana. One is the transported through the plasma, and the second one is the transport of oxygen through the RBC. So approximately 3% of the oxygen can be transported through the plasma, and the second one is the 97 maximum percentage of the oxygen can be transported through the RBC. So here you can see, Nana, first one, transport of oxygen through the plasma, right? How much, Nana? About 3% of oxygen carried through the blood plasma in dissolved state. So here you can see, Nana, what happened in blood vessels. So this is the blood vessel structure. So in this blood vessels, so complete blood is flowing, Nana. So in these blood components, blood cells is present and surrounded by the plasma. So these plasma, only plasma can be transported the oxygen. Approximately how much, Nana? Only 3% of the oxygen. And the second one is the transport of oxygen by the RBC. So here you can see, Nana, about the 97% of the oxygen transported by the RBC. So why? Because, Nana, why RBC is in reddish in color? Okay, very good. Present of the one respiratory pigment. What is that respiratory pigment, Nana? Hemoglobin is the one of the respiratory pigments. That's why the RBC is very in reddish in color. And each hemoglobin carrying of only 4 molecules of maximum of the 4 molecules of oxygen to the lungs to from lungs to tissues level. So here the what happen, at lungs, in lungs, there is a maximum level or the partial pressure of oxygen is very high. So in this way, so what happen, at lungs, whereas the partial pressure is very high, and whenever the partial pressure is very high in lungs, that oxygen directly binds to hemoglobin. So that's why the in this reversible manner, so that is called as the combination of hemoglobin and binding of the oxygen, and together is called as oxyhemoglobin. Okay, Nana? So combination of oxygen combined to the hemoglobin, so that's why called as oxyhemoglobin. So this is the mechanism is called as oxygenation. So right, you can see in diagrammatic, Nana. So directly what happen in lungs, Nana? High amount of the partial pressure of the oxygen is very high. So that's why these oxygen molecules so directly bind into RBC in the hemoglobin. So these hemoglobin or RBC directly carry to the each and every cell in our human body. So approximately human body consists of some crores of these cells. So in this way, the oxygen directly binds to RBC through blood flow. These blood flow within the RBC, hemoglobin directly carry to reach the oxygen to the tissues. And the continuation, no? So here you can see in formula stage, hemoglobin. So carrying of how much oxygen molecules, no? One hemoglobin. Each hemoglobin carrying capacity of 4 molecules of oxygen. So that's why called as oxyhemoglobin, formation of the oxyhemoglobin. So here in second way, so what happened in tissue level, Nana? So whereas the tissues level, the partial pressure of the oxygen is very low. So in this way, where is the high amount of the partial oxygen? Where is the partial pressure is high, Nana? At lungs. So in this lungs, high amount to low level. So low level means so directly entering into tissues level. So here you can see, Nana. So directly the oxygen, so from alveolar, so this is the alveolar wall, directly oxygen directly entering into blood vessels. So in this blood vessels directly combined to the oxygen through hemoglobin. Hemoglobin is respiratory pigment in RBC, so that's why reddish in color. So finally the formation of the oxyhemoglobin. From high pressure to high partial pressure to low partial pressure. So here the hemoglobin is the one of the capacity, na, where is the partial pressure is high in natural way. So in alveoli oxygen partial pressure is very high, so that's why the oxygen directly, hemoglobin directly combined to the oxygen, and this is carries, and the from the tissues level, so the oxygen level is very low level, so that's why the oxyhemoglobin is dissociation and formation of the two hemoglobin and oxygen. So this is the oxyhemoglobin can be divided into two types, nana, hemoglobin as well as oxygen. So in this way oxygen directly transported or transmitted to the tissues level. So next one is the oxyhemoglobin dissociation curve. So here what happened, nana, it is the relationship between percentage saturation of hemoglobin and the partial pressure of oxygen. So here in x-axis partial pressure of oxygen is present, nana. In y-axis the saturation of the hemoglobin is present. Two axes is present, x and y-axis. So a sigmoid is obtained when the percentage saturation of hemoglobin with oxygen is plotted against to the partial pressure of the oxygen. So the here you can see, nana, here approximately two stages, nana. This is the at the site of alveoli stage. So at the lungs stage, what happened, nana? So the carbon dioxide is a partial pressure of carbon dioxide is very low. So in this way reversible. What happened, at alveoli or lungs, within the lungs, the partial pressure of the oxygen is very high and the partial pressure of the carbon dioxide is low, and whenever the temperature is low condition and the high amount of the pH ions is high amount of the, in this way the concentration of the pH is very high. So in this way the plotted is the from curve into left side, and here you can see within the tissues level, nana, what happened in tissues level, uh, which gases is the partial pressure is very high, very good. In tissues level carbon dioxide partial pressure is very high, so the arrow mark is upward. So in this way, so in the partial pressure of the carbon dioxide is very high and the temperature in high and the low level in pH level. So in this way condition the dissociation of the oxyhemoglobin, so directly releasing of oxyhemoglobin, so this is the favorable conditions, nana, at alveolar stage, and this is the dissociation movement. The curve is from left to right, the formation of the sigmoid curve. So this is called as dissociation curve. This is depending on the pH level, nana. So if in case the pH level is very high in level, so that is the formation to left to right curve. So this is the most important one more thing, nana, the effect of the partial pressure of the carbon dioxide and the H plus hydrogen ion concentration on the oxygen affinity. So this is mainly depending on the partial pressure of the carbon dioxide as well as hydrogen ion concentration. So the oxygen affinity of hemoglobin is called as Bohr effect. So this is most important for the 2 marks and MCET and NEET bits purpose. So right. So second one gas is the carbon dioxide, CO2 transport. Here also same, nana. So there is no specific vessels for transport of gases. So in this way the carbon dioxide also including within the blood. So these blood carrying of also transport. So how it can possible? So here you can see, nana, carbon dioxide transport in three ways. One is the dissolved in plasma, and the second one is the carbamine compounds, and third one is the bicarbonate storage. So here you can the in plasma state approximately here 3% of the carbon dioxide can be transported, and whenever the carbamine components transport approximately 20 to 25% of the carbon dioxide can be transported, and the final one is as bicarbonates within the 70 percentage maximum percentage of the carbon dioxide transported through the as bicarbonates. So here what happened, partial pressure of oxygen is very high at lungs. So in this way, directly transported to RBC combines with hemoglobin. These hemoglobin dissociation within the organs or cells. So after some metabolic activities, formation of the carbon dioxide. So in tissues level, carbon dioxide partial pressure is very high, Nana. So that's why directly dissociation of hemoglobin oxygen, and these hemoglobin combines of carbon dioxide. Why? Because the partial pressure is very high in tissues level. So that's why leaving of oxygen and combines this hemoglobin to the carbon dioxide and carrying through the blood or RBC directly reach to, it may be carried to lungs. And here we can see the first nana dissolved in plasma state. So right, so this is the in dissolved state in plasma. So how much nana? Approximately 7% of the carbon dioxide carried in dissolved state through the plasma. I am already told nana. So in blood vessels, so blood can be flowing. So in this blood, two components is there: plasma 55% and 45% is the blood cells. So in this way, carbon dioxide at tissues level directly combines to the plasma and carrying of carbon dioxide through the plasma level. So that's why called as in dissolved state in plasma. So here you can see in formula nana, carbon dioxide in tissues level is very high. So these carbon dioxide combines to the plasma. Plasma means approximately 92% of the water, maximum water can be present nana. So the carbon dioxide combines with H2O and directly formation of H2CO3. This is the carbonic acid. Okay, and the second way carbon dioxide transported. So this is the in carbamine compounds. So what happened? Approximately 20 to 25% of the carbon dioxide combines directly a free amino group in hemoglobin. So that is called as and formation of the carbamino hemoglobin. So in the plasma directly carbon dioxide combines with water molecules. So here what happened Nana? The carbon dioxide directly combines with a free amino group within the hemoglobin. So that's why called as carbamino hemoglobin is formation. So these carbamino hemoglobin directly carbon dioxide formation to the through lungs. So and final one is the as bicarbonates. So how much nana? Maximum percentage, approximately 70% of the carbon dioxide transported through the bicarbonates. So here you can see nana, what is bicarbonates. Okay, so let us concentrate nana. So RBC contains a very high concentration of the enzyme. So what is that enzyme nana? Carbonic anhydrase. Within the carbonic anhydrase, some mechanisms can be occurred. So what happened? So here you can see now. So at tissues level, okay. So in this tissues level, the partial pressure of the carbon dioxide is very high. So that's why the hemoglobin directly combines with that carbon dioxide, RBC hemoglobin. So here we can have one enzyme maximum high amount of concentration of enzyme present and what is called carbonic anhydrase. So here carbon dioxide combines with water molecules in the presence of carbonic anhydrase and formation of the carbonic acid H2CO3. And these H2CO3 at capillaries level or blood vessels level, so these can be dissociate into two types, HCO3 plus H plus ions. So here what is that nana? HCO3 is directly called as bicarbonates. So these bicarbonates together formation of reversible reaction can be occurred nana. So again the HCO3 plus H plus ions directly formation of the H2CO3 carbonic acid at the lungs stage, and the directly within the presence of the enzyme carbonic anhydrase and dissociation of the carbon dioxide and the water molecules. Okay, these carbon dioxide and water molecules directly entering into alveoli, so that may be eliminated through the lungs. So this is the mechanism, nana, right? So in this way you can remember, nana, at the tissues level what happened. Okay, so at the tissues level partial pressure of the carbon dioxide is very high due to some catabolic reaction. So this is the dividing reaction, so that's why called as catabolic reactions. Each 100 ml of deoxygenated blood delivers approximately 4 ml of carbon dioxide. So whenever we seeing in oxygen transport, 100 ml of blood carrying of 5 ml of oxygen molecules. So here 100 ml of deoxygenated blood carrying of only 4 ml of carbon dioxide to the air, alveolar air. So this is most important for MSET and NEET bits, nana. Okay, and next one is the one important for the 2 marks bit as well as MSET and NEET bits, nana. Chloride shift, one of the 2 marks is what present, nana. What is chloride shift? So it's the whenever we seeing enlarge in that RBC, what happens, nana? So at a tissues level carbon dioxide partial pressure is very high. So these partial pressure directly combines with that hemoglobin and water molecules, formation of the carbonic acid H2CO3 and dissociation of two forms. One is the HCO3 minus and the H plus hydrogen ions. So here you can see, nana, HCO3 minus. So HCO3 minus, this is the negative charge in RBC. So what happens, nana, whenever this negative charge eliminated through the plasma lemma of RBC and entering into plasma. Okay, so R from HCO3 minus negative charge directly transported out of the plasma, and whenever the bicarbonates directly transported to the plasma, so in RBC low level of negative charges is present, nana. So for the fulfilling of the, for balancing of the bicarbonates or negative charge, so within the plasma the chloride directly entering into RBC. So here you can see, nana, at the same time bicarbonates entering into plasma and within the plasma for balancing purpose chloride ions entering into RBC. So at the same time two molecules can be opposite direction can be transported. So this is called as antiporter. So what is that antiporter, nana? At the same time HCO3 minus come outside into the plasma and for balancing purpose chloride ions Cl minus ions directly entering into RBC. So this is called as chloride shift. So why? Because chloride ions entering into for balancing purpose into RBC. So that is the chloride shift is called, nana. So this is most important for the 2 marks and MSET and NEET bits. Okay, and the in your textbook method, so you are seeing, nana. So at the tissues level, what happen, nana? The partial pressure of the carbon dioxide is very high. So these carbon dioxide directly entering into RBC. So combines with water molecules in the presence of carbonic anhydrase. So formation of the H2CO3 carbonic acid and dissociation into H2CO3 plus H plus ion. And in capillaries level, so at the lungs level, again to the HCO3 minus H plus ions together combines and formation of the carbonic acid and dissociation water molecule and carbon dioxide. These carbon dioxide directly entering into alveoli and eliminated from the lungs. So whenever we eliminating of our expiration movements, so releasing of carbon dioxide and some wet condition is present, nana. So what is that wet condition, nana? So releasing of water molecules also. So that's why in expiration releasing of carbon dioxide as well as some water is also eliminating through the lungs. So that's why the in expiration moment some wet condition, wet air is come outside, nana. Okay, so this is the diagrammatic representation in your textbook, nana. So this is ending of the transport of gases.